Hello and welcome to a very special episode of The Brave Room. It is the rare topical episode. Well, is it still topical? It's like 2 weeks already. As a news company, 2 weeks may as well be a year. You know? You gotta get that in.
Okay. It's okay, people are still playing it, so it's still news. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll talk about MOBAs today, specifically Pokemon Unite, because I've been playing that game. Kit, you played the beta, right, for Pokemon Unite?
Yep, I played the beta, both the one in Canada and the Japanese one.
I mean, it was the same game. You know what would be beta? It would be beta if you guys left a comment on this episode, and if it hits 1,000 plays, we'd have to take one of your suggestions. Hey!
Oh god. Snuck that one in there, didn't you?
Yeah, before I almost forgot it for 2 episodes in a row. Don't worry about it. Hey, you know what's nice? Not having a reptile do cannonballs into the water at 6 in the morning so loud that it wakes you up. That'd be a messed up thing to do, wouldn't it? But Pokemon Unite. So I have been playing it, and here's the thing, I hate MOBAs. Like, I freaking hate MOBAs. I think they are a genre of game designed to not be fun. You play Dota or League, you know who's gonna win halfway through that, but you still have to play it through to the end, right?
The qualifiers for C would beg to differ, I think, but you know.
Oh, what did they all like bitch out in the middle of a tournament?
They didn't, but which was it again? Not C, sorry. I'm pretty sure it was China. Because I believe it was Elephant versus RNG for the TI qualifiers, and it took, I think, 74 minutes or so. And of course, when I wanted to tune in, it was already over.
Wait, you honestly coming in here telling me 74 minutes is short?
It's not short, but the thing was back and forth, so you couldn't tell halfway through, unfortunately.
But I assume that's the oddity, right? That's not like...
I would say it's an oddity, but I think if you look up TI3 International, or was it TI2? Either TI3 or TI234, the Korean casters, if you look it up, it's probably one of the first 2 results where they had, I believe, a 2-hour plus game.
Okay.
It was kind of crazy. Fermented cheese. Oh, and finally, the Roshan line made it into the international pass thing, whatever you call that. I don't remember what it's called. But that Roshan line was in there, and I'm not paying Valve enough money to get that line. But it's there.
Wow. But yeah, no. Like, just that, the fact that explanation took as long as it did is case in point. Because, like, for those of you who don't know what a MOBA is, you know, it's a Dota, it's a league. It starts off with everyone beating up random creeps, and then they escalate their violence onto each other. And then after that, depending on how the outcome of the violence on each other goes, they turn it on their teammates. That's what every MOBA is. And it's
and then there's the big dude at the end.
What big dude?
The Ancients, the Nexus. Well, Pokemon Unite doesn't really have it, but you know.
Yeah, Pokemon Unite is just a goalpost. But yeah, no, that's like. Here's the thing, right? And here's my weekly mention of this. I like fighting games. At any point in a fighting game, you can see who's gonna win. Look at this. This is the win bar. Look how my win bar is higher than his win bar. I'll probably win the game now, unless you're a Potemkin. In which case, you know, don't place your bets until someone's been knocked out, I guess. We had this discussion during the episode with Razor where we talked about esports. How in a MOBA, I've legit been in situations where dudes have been like, "Oh man, this looks so sick," and I'm just like, he's just moving around. I don't understand what's going on. No, but it's intense. And I'm like, is it? I don't get the significance of this. And granted, this is a completely like personal problem. But you know what the difference between this and other personal problems is, Kit?
Pray tell.
The person who has the problem has a podcast. I don't think, like, here's the thing, I love Pokemon. And I think Pokemon Unite is a great entry MOBA. And even then it's not fun. Like, it's fun for, I don't know, it's 10-minute matches.
Yep, 10 minutes.
It's fun for like 6, which is the highest ratio, just under Heroes of the Storm. Heroes of the Storm was good because it stopped being a MOBA sometimes. It was just like, look at all these maps with fun in-game events. Like, look, this one's a payload. This one's, whatever, I don't remember. I haven't played Heroes of the Storm in years, just like every other person on this planet.
I mean, the Pokemon Unite has the Zapdos in the last 2 minutes.
Isn't that just a normal thing that all MOBAs have? It's literally just mercenaries that you...
Yeah, I mean, the Zapdos, I heard, is supposed to give you like this huge boost in points, plus makes you invulnerable when you do the slam jam thing. So you can score faster and turn it around, so it's like combat mechanic.
Yeah, but that's still MOBA. That's still, you know, that's still a MOBA mechanic. I'm just saying that, like, the MOBA mechanics are not fun.
I don't think many MOBAs have that really big swing mechanic, but, well, more or less.
More or less, I guess. I mean, because here's the thing, right? Like, Pokemon Unite is, like, at its most fun when it's not being a MOBA. I don't know how to describe it, man. It's just like, it is pretty fun. I think the fact that it's on console helps because everything is not as precise. I think I finally understand why people play Wild Rift. When precision doesn't matter, suddenly you're allowed to feel good about yourself. No, it's not me who missed my ult, it's the controls.
It's the bad auto targeting. Oh no.
Yeah, it's not my fault. I didn't totally accidentally use my ult on a freaking combi instead of the enemy team fight. It was the controls. Here's the thing. Is losing in a MOBA ever fun?
Not particularly.
Exactly. Losing in fighting games can be fun. I should know because I've done more of that than winning. Like, in a fighting game, when you lose to someone, like, the other day I fought this Milia player. And for those of you who don't know, Milia in Guilty Gear Milia has to work like twice as hard as any other character in the game to win. Because half her moves are mobility moves. And the idea is to just give your opponent motion sickness from how much you move around and then kill them while they're, you know, puking into a paper bag or something. And I had that happen to me. She jumped and took the camera with her, so I couldn't see where I was. And because of that, I didn't know where to block. And then she got me, and then she threw a disc out so that I couldn't press buttons when I wake up because I had to block the disc or else I'd eat damage. And then I ate damage anyways and lost a round. And that was fun as hell.
I mean, I tend to avoid competitive games in general. So, but then I did used to play like what was it? Guild Wars 2 PvP, kind of semi-seriously.
I like that. Whenever Kit says she plays something semi-seriously, I half expect to find like a monument in Guild Wars 2 dedicated to her. Legendary PvP
I never was that high.
Legendary
but
PvP
I did
do
a fair bit. I did do a fair bit of it because I somehow find it kind of fun, even though every time I went to ladder, I was stressing out so much.
I can't wait to go to your server and just I see your old guild being like, when will she return? She will return to cheer the second coming, turn the tide in our server's favor.
The Guild Wars 2 PvP is 5-on-5 also, but it's capture points and that sort of thing.
Oh.
But I mean, the spirit of things.
I think the other problem with MOBAs is because they're team games, so it's never your fault. It's always,
I mean,
our
sometimes it is.
Our jungler is shit. No, it's never your fault. Have you never heard the Scrub Lord's prayer? It's never
Probably not.
Hold on. This will be good entertainment value. I will look this up. Scrub Lord's prayer. My controls weren't working, and if they were, you were playing dishonorably, and if you weren't, you were playing without skill, and if you were, it's not fun to play that way, and if it is, you only care about winning. There should be another addendum to this, which is my teammates suck. But yeah, no, that's it's never your fault. Every single time you lose in a MOBA, it's always your jungler wasn't doing their job. What the hell, top lane doesn't know what they're doing. Bottom is just a bunch of like noobs. What the hell? I pinged at you 5 times and you didn't respond. What the hell? Yeah. That's
It sounds very much like the EE-sama memes that they used to spam a lot.
What memes?
Good times. EE-sama, Eternal Envy. It's another Dota dude, sorry. I mean, most of my MOBA experience is definitely with Dota because I've been following it since the actual Warcraft 3 mod.
Yeah, the Dota
mod days,
1.
actually. Yep. I can't believe I've been actually kind of semi into it for that long, but that's how it works.
That is how that works, yeah. I don't know, man. It's like I said, it's just, despite all that, I have been playing a lot of Pokemon Unite. I didn't mean to turn this entire episode into me ragging on MOBAs, but you know, that's how these things tend to go. I think
so. Despite the 60-40 ratio, you still have fun.
Despite the 60, like I had fun while I did. Nowadays, I'm not having as much fun because everyone has agreed this game is pay to win, and then half of the people who agreed whipped out their credit cards. Like, here's the thing. I have a pretty good lid on my toxicity. For those of you who don't know, I actually have like really, really bad like temper issues. So I had to get a lid on my toxicity really, really quick. And every time I play Pokemon Unite, I can see it. I can see the bile rising. Every single, I'm like, oh, this is where you go full nuclear Denny's on someone. And but I don't. Mostly because I don't turn on voice chat. But
why would you ever turn on voice chat?
Some people... Here's the thing. If I were good at Pokemon Unite, I'd turn on voice chat because I want to hear people get salty at me. There's a reason that, like, whenever I go ranked in Guilty Gear, the joke is that I'm fishing for scrub quotes.
Amazing.
Because I just want to hear... I want someone to validate my skill by assuming I was cheating. The closest I get to that, by the way, is people who will refuse to play me because I'm a Leo main. God damn.
But yeah, but then while you mentioned it, maybe we should talk a little bit about the whole monetization.
Oh yeah, let's go. Okay, Pokemon Unite. Okay, so you know you are a Dota person, right?
Yes.
You big Doto.
Big Doto.
Remember how in Doto you have the shop where you buy your items from at the start of every match?
Yes.
Remember
and
how...
there's also a secret shop.
And remember how integral that is to your build?
Uh-huh.
Now what if you had to pay real money for that instead?
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Yeah! Because that's what Pokemon Unite does. Technically, you can buy them with real with in-game money eventually.
Eventually.
But yeah, no. And it's one of those things where like, so it tells you the 3 main milestones. So you can buy the items and then you have to upgrade them to get them to better stats, essentially, right? And it's like, they tell you there's 20 levels, but there's 3 major milestones, which is level 1, level 10, and level 20.
Okay.
And 1 to 10 is actually not that bad. Good luck with 10 to 20 though.
Yikes. I was just listening to a video discussing a little bit of how this monetization is kind of yikes.
It is super yikes. It is super yikes.
And it's catered to children. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Rated E for everyone.
Honestly, I don't think children should play MOBAs.
Yeah. I mean, they probably shouldn't play anything with monetization in it.
I mean, even not terribly monetized MOBAs, I think children should not. I don't think they should be exposed to that much toxicity in their life. Like,
I mean, it doesn't have to be MOBAs. That kind of playing with people just kind of brings out the worst.
Yeah, but I think because MOBAs are designed to be a binary win or lose state, like no one does sort of well in a MOBA. Because again, if the direct comparison to fighting games, right? Fighting games is 2 rounds. 2 rounds in a game, right? You can say, like, it's not just did I win or did I lose? It's did I get 2-0'd? Or was it, was it 2-1? Because a 2-1 is way more impressive than a 2-0. It'd be like, well, I got 1 round in on him. And then you have the people who play sets. So then you have, it's a best of 3. Was it a 2-0? Was it a 2-0 set? Or did you get a round in? Did you actually manage to reset it into 3 games? So there's all those different levels that you can grade yourself. But in a MOBA, no one says, oh, well, at least I took out 1 tower. Hell no, get that shit out of here. You cost us the game.
Yeah, you need to win on full rounds, and sometimes that's just oof.
Yeah. And then your girlfriend texts you because you've been ignoring her for the past hour. That's my only knowledge of Dota, is the angry girlfriends it creates.
I honestly had no idea, because I feel like the pro players who do have girlfriends seem pretty fine with it.
Well, I mean, once you're a pro, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But because it pays for the house. But I'm talking about your average day. Like, what's your average rank in Dota? Like, I don't know, toilet bowl white player. Them.
Maybe 6k MMR or low prior, even worse.
Yeah, I'm talking about that guy who's like, no honey, I'm playing Dota right now. Oh, I'm sorry. I know it's our anniversary, but I'm playing Dota right now.
Or League. Oh god. Yes.
No one who plays League has a girlfriend.
Oh dear.
But yeah, no. At least a fighting game is 90 seconds long.
Man, it's just fighting game shitting. Play fighting games, don't play MOBAs.
It's true. It's true. You should be playing fighting games instead. Because again, it's only you. You have no one to blame but yourself when you lose. And more importantly, you get to learn about Behemoth Typhoon and how amazing that is. Wait, can I segue this podcast to talk about Behemoth Typhoon real quick?
I mean, while you're at it, sure, go ahead.
So, the new Guilty Gear character came out, and his name is Gold Lewis Dickinson. And
Colonel Sanders?
Yeah. It kind of looks like Colonel Sanders. The Secretary of Absolute Defense is another one of his names. And so, your fighting game inputs, right? Like a Hadouken is down forwards, right?
I'm sorry, I don't know. I think game combos.
Yeah,
I just hit buttons and pray.
Okay, so the most basic input is that, right? So,
okay.
Colonel Sanders, the Secretary of Absolute Defense, has this move called Behemoth Typhoon, which is you rotate the stick 180 degrees, and depending on where you start and where you end, it does a different attack.
Oh, thanks.
There are 8 versions, I want to say. So it's like up, forward, down is one Behemoth Typhoon. Up, back, down is one Behemoth Typhoon. Back, down, forwards is one Behemoth Typhoon. And it is insane. And because if you don't get the timing right, because you have to do it at a certain speed, he will jump if you're doing any of the up ones, and then you just eat a combo to the face. What I'm saying is that, you know, MOBAs suck and fighting games are better. MOBAs stinky. They're stinky. They have no Behemoth Typhoon, is my point.
Note to self, look up Behemoth Typhoon showcases.
Oh yeah, I can send you that clip after this. But yeah, no, that's... Well, we were supposed to be talking about Pokemon, you know. I do kind of like... I spent money in Pokemon Unite, by the way. Fun fact.
Oh god, really?
Because here's the thing, I only want to play Garchomp. Refuse to play anything else. Like, the one time someone else picked the Garchomp in the loader, I was miserable that entire game. I want to beat the Garchomp. And I would follow the Garchomp player around and be like, why aren't you Dragon Rushing here? What the shit? That was a free Dragon Rush.
Well, are you going to spend more to make Garchomp the best it can be?
Hell no.
Just Garchomp.
Just Garchomp. So, like...
MOBA bad, Pokemon Unite monetisation, yikes. Play fighting games.
Yeah, that's the point of this episode. I think that should be the title of this episode. MOBA bad, play fighting games. The best part is Garchomp is both a MOBA character and a fighting game character, because he's also my main in Pokken.
Shout out to Pokken, by the way.
Shout out to Pokken for being a way better fighting game than it gets credit for. And fun fact, when they first announced Pokemon Unite, they made like... I think we mentioned this as well in our Pokemon episode, that they used Pokken as the softening blow for Pokemon Unite.
Yeah.
They were like, Pokemon has big potential for esports, and they showed like some Pokken tournaments and stuff, and I was like, oh my god, are we getting Pokken Revelator? Are we? And then they were like, it's a MOBA, and I was like, what? Please say psych. Please say psych.
Yay! Yays aggressively.
I gotta say, I think the respawn timer is also one of the worst parts about MOBA.
Yeah, because you can't do anything.
You can't do anything but watch your team decay.
Yeah, say hi to the buyback timers.
Do you think they'd ever monetize that? Oh, look at this item. You can press it to respawn instantly. You know
that would just kind of break down the whole competitive scene, you know.
Yeah, it would. You know what else would break down the competitive scene? Making your held items a pay-to-win thing to upgrade, to get them maxed out. Yet they did it anyway.
No, but you can get them in-game eventually.
Yeah, and you can probably get this item in-game too eventually.
Just hands.
Man, it's so funny watching an early meta form. So there's this item called Escape Button, which gives you like a short teleport.
Mm-hmm.
I played a game the other day where every player except me was using it.
Yes, the Flash in League, I think.
Yeah, my friend was just like, yeah, any MOBA player knows the teleport is a valuable tool. And I'm like, okay, but because my item was an attack buff. You activate it and you get a short attack buff. And I was like, it helps me Garchomp better. Garchomp is like the most gorilla character I've ever seen. Every button you do is to kill something. His ult in Pokemon Unite is just like it's called Outrage something, I think. Outrage Riot maybe, I can't remember, but it's like, you know how in PC MOBAs your skills, they have like the templates to show where it's going to affect?
Yeah.
So each time you hit the attack button, you get a different shape template.
Oh.
And so it's a bunch of different attacks. You do that in a team fight, you will get kills. It's my favorite thing to do is watch my friends start the team fight and then I jump in halfway through with the outrage. Oh, it's so good. It's so again, I almost forget that I hate MOBAs. And then I get killed by a solar beam from half a screen away. And then it says I have to wait 45 seconds to respawn, and I go, and I get mad that there's no text chat in this game for me to go like, harass someone.
What happened to that lid on toxicity, huh?
Like I said, the thought still enters my mind. I never do it, but but when I'm looking at that timer, the first thought is, God, I wish I could yell some abuse at someone right now.
Oh boy, time to report all the fair play coins.
Yeah, that's the joke. I always like joke to my friends that I'm gonna report everyone if we lose. I'll be like, oh man, I'm gonna report the guy who killed me for abusive behavior because he's getting in the way of my fun by not dying when I combo him. So yeah, no, MOBA stinky. Stinky MOBA.
Yeah. I'm inclined to agree. That's why I only watch. I don't play.
Oh, yeah, I imagine you would rage in a MOBA. You would be the silent, seething rage. And by the third game, you'd just like yell at me if I were your teammate or something. Oh man, I want to see this happen now. Hey guys, get this episode to 1,000 plays. And make sure to comment that you want to see me and Kit play a MOBA together. And then we'll be forced to record it. And then we get to watch Kit have a nuclear Denny's meltdown.
Okay.
I want to see it so bad. I want to see it so bad. Oh man, speaking of the Pokken thing, by the way, some of those Unite animations are straight from Pokken.
Of course.
The only one I know for sure is Garchomp because I've played 100 hours Garchomp in Pokken. His Dragon Rush, exact same animation. Dragon Rush and Earthquake are the exact same animation as the Pokken counterparts. I'm not trying to slag on the game for reusing the animations because, hey, if that saves budget and the attack does the exact same thing, then, I ain't gonna bug you about it. But it's funny and hurts.
Yeah, just know that it's there.
Yeah, it's there and it hurts because this could have been Pokken Revelator instead. Instead, it's Pokemon Unite. Oh man, my friend who does play League, he gets real upset with Pokemon Unite because just killing things isn't good enough. You have to be able to score your goals.
Huh.
So every single time we're about to score a goal, then he'll get someone will tap him and knock him out of the scoring animation.
Yes.
And then he loses all his points. It's that you used to pay a fortune for that much salt. It's they have those photos of those giant salt crystals they pulled out of a cave. That's what that was.
I can imagine.
I think the problem with MOBAs is no matter how long a MOBA is, it'll always be that same thing where halfway through you already know who's gonna win. So why bother playing?
And that's why you need to learn how not to tilt.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, before we get out of here, I do have one last thing on talk about. If you vote to surrender, you are a coward. You rage quit or play to the end. Don't come in here with oh guys, we're losing. Can we go? Get out of here. You disconnect like a man. I had one guy do that to me where he disconnected mid-match. And so he got replaced by a bot. And I'm just like, you know what? I gotta respect it. I'm gonna lose anyways, but I gotta respect it. It's like, why
Rip
bother?
Rip to those fair play points.
Yeah, exactly. Rip to those fair play points. Oh man, how do people still act like that knowing that they're being watched like that? That's a mystery for another time. Anyways, this has been another episode of The Brave Room. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to tell your friends about us. You know, hey, rate this podcast if you're listening to it on Spotify, Anchor, Apple Music, or I don't know, make up a podcasting service. Dingo. Yeah. If you're listening to this on Dingo, make sure to leave a review. Tell me what your favorite League character is, and I'll respond next episode with calling them trash. I'm so mad at Heroes of the Storm. I joked about wanting Imperious in the game for years, and then only after the game died they released Imperious.
Congrats on the success in failure.
Yeah, they released Deckard Cain before Imperious. Anyways, did you have anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Nope. I'm just gonna look forward to Romania in 2 months. That's it.
Oh, that's the TI?
Yep. What I'm not looking forward is, of course, my absolutely garbage ruined sleep schedule because I hate European time zones.
Could be worse. Could be American. This has been another episode of The Brave Room. Thank you so much, guys. Take care.
Take care.
Oh wait, we can make that announcement now. We're gonna be at AMG. More details next episode, probably.
Probably.
But come to our AMG panel if you're listening to this. We're gonna be talking about Genshin again. Unfortunately, the panel's pre-recorded, so I can't address your MOBA stinky comments here. But
at least we should be in the chat.
We'll be in the chat, yeah. I'll tell you your favorite MOBA stinky in the chat. See you.
See ya.